Welcome to our Digital Innovation and Education Hub Digital Champions video on creativity and productivity. This is a live webinar recording and is intended to be used as a resource to any of our digital champions or wider public. Thank you very much. So today we're going to do creativity and productivity. It's a massive topic which we could easily spend 6 sessions on. So this is Alex and myself talking about web apps and maybe mobile apps that we use, I would say day in, day out for achieving anything from marketing materials or just managing our time. Because we've only got half an hour, we've really had to try and condense that down into a handful of go-to web apps and bits of software that we use. I would ask if there's anything that you use yourselves on a regular basis, and I'm thinking more of than like Excel or things like this. If there's a specific web app or piece of software or app that you use, just share with us because we'd love to know more and to build. So we're going to have a look today at Adobe Creative Cloud and the Express version of that and all that has to offer. And then we're going to look at Google Slides. Now, we'll explain why we've chosen these as well. And then we're going to have a Q&A at the end. And like I said, we might, through the WhatsApp or in an email, share just a load of links to other apps that we use. Isn't that right, Al? Not chucking you under the bus, just saying.
Yeah, anything that we've got that we think is useful. Obviously, we don't want to just bombard you with a ridiculous amount of tech or apps or, go here, go there. But if it is of use, then yeah, we definitely share it. And that's, again, why we've come to share these 2 key applications today, because we think they're really intuitive, they're lovely apps. They allow us to be creative and they're very speedy to use and get great results. And in the busy work lives that we all live, that's what we all need, isn't it?
Alex, we've just had a message to say someone's struggling to get on. So I'll fire off a link, yeah? Is that okay?
Yeah, I was going to say I would, because you are in control.
Correct. You carry on, that'll be good. All right. Okay, let's have a look straight away. So this is just the reason why. So we're saying, you don't need to be a creative genius or a graphic storyteller, graphic designer to be able to create great posters, booklets, flyers, whatever it might be, for sharing and disseminating information amongst your team or your service users. So web apps, and by that we mean an application that runs within a browser. So it's a website and a piece of software that runs through a site, or mobile apps, something that you download, can help your creative mind bring out true aesthetics for the audience to appreciate. Let me see if someone's jumped the lobby. Brilliant, for you to appreciate. And so what's happening is tech is getting to a point, so the web apps are becoming that sophisticated, and more powerful devices mean that you can run from your mobile or through a browser some incredibly powerful pieces of software that allows you to create content with really, really great results, something that would have taken a traditional designer a hell of a long time to do, and therefore a lot of money. So that's why we kind of do this. So we're thinking about the creative side of things. So we want to start with Adobe Creative Cloud Express. Now, it's a bit of a mouthful. Anybody who's familiar with Adobe, they might know things like Acrobat Reader. Adobe also make Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere for video editing. So Adobe themselves are seen as one of the world's leading software companies around design, photography, video, After Effects, etc. Now, if we wanted to have an official license through Adobe, then we would look to pay £20 a month per piece of software, or £49 for access to them all. So it's a subscription model, which even if you were a student or in work, that's a commitment. You know, that's going to cost a lot of money. I'm just going to mute anyone whose mics are on. There we go. And it's a cost. So Adobe have had to think, how can we do something? How can we create something which ultimately is free with some features? So the Cloud Express is a web app and mobile device apps. It's free with limited features, but still loads of features. And it allows you to create posters for print and posts for social media quickly. So it combines graphics, texts, and photos, and it's used to design great photos. So you can pick a photo, add text, you can apply filters, animations, and have something that will genuinely make you stand out from the crowd. It also allows you to create short video presentations, and we'll have a quick look, because Alex and I have used these short video presentations when it might be that we've been sprung that we need to do a presentation last minute, and so we'll create something on the fly using our phones if we can't pull on the internet. But also when we're working with groups and we need to do a video diary, talking heads, feedback, these video presentations are incredible and a really quick and innovative way to capture some of that stuff. So it's dead easy to create and combine slides, audio recording, music, text, photos, etc. So I'll just have a quick look. Okay, so because I've used this before, I've had to sign in through my, you get options like standard options. So sign in through using Facebook, Google, so a Gmail, maybe Apple, or just a general email. And so because I've signed up before for free, it ultimately opens this in front of me. And I've got projects that I've worked on down the bottom here, if you can see my little arrow. And then I've got the option to create a project. I won't go into detail about the things down the left, but this format is very similar to a lot of other design templates out there. Margaret's just popping in. Brilliant. Great to have you, Margaret. Don't worry, we've just started really, and I'm talking about Adobe Express, which is a free design tool to create posters, flyers, and even short video presentations. So here we can choose if we're going to do a poster, a logo, a flyer, or if it's going to be a Facebook post or an Instagram post or now story. So that's a relatively new one for this. So let's say we're going to create a flyer, and we'll just do this together. Okay, great. Oh, come on. Right, sorry, let me go down to this. Brilliant. So down the left here, I've got it. Down the left here, I can search for templates. So these are free templates which you can use to create a flyer. Now, there's a little one here with a like a crown on, and that denotes that it's a premium flyer that you have to pay for. I can't remember the costs at the moment. I think it was might be £9 to unlock all of these, but I'll double check whilst we're chatting away. But say if you like something here, you could click on it, and then you could edit anything. That premium one, I guess, is typical. Well done, Ben. Actually, let's see what it says. Premium Plus, 33-day trial. This is what you get access to. It is £9.99
a month. Yeah. Or you get it included if you are a subscriber for the full Creative Cloud. So if you're somebody who uses Photoshop or Illustrator. But of course, there are lots of great features with it that you don't need to subscribe to. But obviously, that's the buy-in, isn't it? They give you something for free to get you hooked, if you like. But it's really feature rich for what you do get.
So here, thanks, Alex. So here I've just clicked on a nice, attractive coloured flyer, and everything that you see in front of you now is editable. So we can click on something and we can make it bigger, we can move it, we can twist it, we can change the colour, like so. We can have a custom colour, we could change the background. And all I'm doing, sorry, too quickly, is I'm clicking on something and it's bringing up other options. So if I double click on Flea, I could type in digital, and then if I click on market, I could type champions. Okay, I can change the style of font, the size. I can put in my own images in the background, choose image. I can search through, these are royalty-free images. One of the beauties about Adobe, because of their sheer size, they have access to and commission a whole raft of, in essence, stock photos. What I mean by that is you could use any of these pictures, as long as they don't have a crown, and you don't have to pay. If you were to pull an image off the internet, just off a web page, then it could be that you could be in trouble for using someone else's photo without permission. So here I've just literally found a free featured image. I quite like it. Digital champions. Maybe this champions needs to change color or be what do you call it, or change the size or the font. Can we read it very well? So you can change everything within this format, and then when you're ready, you can share it or you can download it. So if we go to download, you have 3 different options. PNG, so that's the highest quality, great for graphics. JPEG we're familiar with, which is good for sharing on social media, or a PDF is the highest if we were looking to print this out. So very quickly, let's go back to create a new project, and I'll just show you a video. So let's put digital. I'm sorry, this is very quick. I'm just thinking of time.
No, it's good. It's a data burst, but it's what we need to do, isn't it, to share this information? But it's just so beautiful, and the templates that it gives you give you professional results instantly, really.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Al. The this video template is, what is the story you're trying to say? So all of these promote an idea, say what's happened, a hero's journey, etc. You could start and it would select music, select a color template, the font, but we're just going to start from scratch. And this is how quick it is, he said.
I was going to say, if you guys have got any health messages or anything that's topical at the moment and you want to get something out on social media, this is a great way to quickly create some eye-catching, engaging content that you could post on a Facebook page or closed group, for example. And
it might be that through having a play with this, you will recognize that other people have used this out and about. When it might be when you're browsing certain social media posts, you might have seen an example of this that somebody else has done. Okay, so across the bottom, we have our slides. And at the moment, we've only got our first slide in a credit. And by clicking plus, we add more slides. Each slide gives you an option of adding a video, text, photo, or an icon. So text would be hello. Then we go to the second slide. And it might be that we look for an icon. And again, Photoshop, Adobe being Adobe, they have literally tens of thousands of royalty-free icons. So you just could put digital, and let's see what it comes up with. So of course I'm connected to the internet to do this. So these are all icons. So I quite like the look of that, but I might like the look of this instead. And all I'm doing is clicking and it puts it in place. It's a bit funky. Okay. Now, you might have noticed at the bottom of each slide, there is a microphone icon, and this allows you to record audio. So with that there, I could literally just press and hold the button. Hi, my name's Ben. Oh, I need to give permission. Hi, my name's Ben. And take my finger off the mic, and I've recorded that audio. So I don't know if it'll play because I've got my headphones in. Could you hear that or not? Oh, shame. So it records the audio and it puts some music on there as well. Now, at any point, if I wanted to re-record, I could press that button. Hi, my name's Ben, and say something else or re-record. Second slide. And we're now working with our wonderful digital champions. And you can start to build up and layer. Keep doing that. If we move over to the right, we have different screen layouts. So we can have a split screen where we can have text or a photo, a video text icon again, might have a caption. At the top here and the top right, we have theme. And these, if you're thinking about the purpose of your presentation, who's the intended audience, what's it for, what colors work, and anything, by clicking on any of the colors, it'll automatically change everything. Everything stays there that you've typed, but the font changes. And finally here, we can choose our music. What kind of music do we want? Paris in the 20s, Stroll in Central Park. And they've given titles such as thematic, thoughtful, uplifting, warm. Now, that's, in a nutshell, the video creation aspect of the Creative Cloud Express. And like I said, how we've used this is literally being, say we have someone that, I'm thinking of our service users at the time, if we were working with young adults, the ability to record audio and not have their face is quite freeing for a lot of people if there's social anxiety issues there. So they're not having to talk face to face to camera, they can just record their audio. This on an iPad is incredible. So you can literally, if you have access to the equipment, give someone an iPad and they're off and they're creating something at their own leisure. And then you can share it, download it and play it again. We've used it for people who didn't necessarily want to keep a journal of activity or feedback. They've just created a video. And like I said, Alex and I have used it when we've been at, say, a conference and there's been a gap and they've asked us to come up and talk, and we've quickly created something there and then. It's a really beautiful piece of software. But like I said, so you've got here posts, Facebook posts, posters, logos, flyers, collage, book cover, album cover, everything you can think of. And the free version, which is what we're looking at, is just acres of really, really great content. So what we'll do is we'll share that link for the Adobe Express. If you have a Gmail account, Facebook, Apple, or just an email, you can sign up for free.
Cool. Am I taking slides on then, Ben? I'm going to...
Yeah, go on, yeah.
I'll share my screen. I know we're running in famous fashion. We're running out of time, but I'll make this quick and just show you another alternative. Christine, you read my mind by saying this is very much like Publisher. It is a new age publisher, and I'm going to show you how we use Google Slides in the same fashion as Publisher. I used to love Publisher, and I was gutted when they stopped doing it, really. It kind of disappeared, but there's a reason why. It's kind of redundant. And just to answer the question that come in the chat, yes, there is an iOS, so iPad, iPhone, and there's an Android app as well, both free. You just have to create a free Adobe account so you can sign into it. But yeah, it's great. Like Ben says, on the move, it's amazing. You can be on the train and you can knock a presentation together that looks, pretty professional, to be fair. So yeah. But yeah, what was I doing? I'm sharing my screen and the chat's all coming on. Just sorry.
Sorry, that's probably me. I mean, it really is that easy. I think there's I get it. There's an understanding that actually everybody's time is so precious now more than ever, and we value your time coming here this afternoon, and so we don't want you to feel under pressure to, oh my gosh, I have to create more content or I have to do whatever. We're trying to show you the stuff that we use, which is just accessible and quick and professional.
I trust you can all see my screen at the moment. Yeah. Great. Okay, so just Google Slides in 5 minutes. It is Google's version of Microsoft PowerPoint. Yes, you could use PowerPoint as well, and I'm sure you're all very familiar with Microsoft Office. I find this way more intuitive. It's a bit simpler, and it's free. It's easily available straight away within browser. You don't need to download it, and it's really powerful. And yeah, I think it is a modern day Microsoft Publisher, which is a desktop publishing app. You can easily create posters on it or PDF booklets by determining the custom size of the slide. And I will show you that now, because everybody thinks it's just for doing presentations. Well, it's not. I've done our brochures on there, I've done catalogs on there, I've done posters before now. I've even created a booklet. That booklet that you all got, the Digital Inclusion Handbook and the Alexa Handbook, is a hybrid of this and Google Docs. So I've used no professional software whatsoever. I've used free software to create that. And you could do the same. It just takes a lot of time. But yeah, you can easily add images, text boxes, drag them around the screen, put them wherever you want. And then when you're done, you can download it as a PDF, JPEG or PNG for posting. So yeah, this is Google Slides. You just need a Google account to be able to access this, and then you get the whole raft of Google Workspace. And if anyone wants to know any more about that, we can always knock something together about Google Workspace, because I mean, I've done a 3-hour session on it in the past and I still didn't really scratch the surface. So there is a lot to it. But yeah, first thing I always do is just change the page size. So let's go with the page setup. I want to do a poster today, so I'm going to do a custom page. A4 is 21 centimeters by 29.7, but you can always Google it if you don't know what it is. And then there you go. I've got my A4 piece of paper that I want to create a poster on. There is a great royalty-free website called Pexels. And again, we'll share all these in the chat. I think Ben's already on it. I see him nodding. I'm just going to search for health, because I'm just going to do a mock poster on a health check, and let's see what comes up. I like that one. So let's just get this. I click free download. It's just downloaded it into my downloads folder. I'm going to pop back over to here. I'm going to get rid of those, so it's just got a blank page. I'm going to drag this in. So straight away, I've just quickly dragged it up. So this, if you want more freedom than Adobe Express gives you, this is it. And this is that middle ground before you then really need to go into more professional applications like Illustrator or Photoshop, which is a complete different kettle of fish, really. I'm just going to resize that image to fit the page. I'm going to insert a text box here. Apologies, I am rushing. I'm just going to put free health check just to illustrate that you can do whatever you want in this, really. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to choose the font. There's loads of different fonts on here. You can customize them, your custom list. But there's absolutely hundreds of the things, thousands even, and they're constantly adding new ones all the time. So it's really, really versatile in that. So I'm just going to chuck a font on there. I'm going to change the size. Just drag it to where I want. Obviously, I can change the color. Let's go for something that's subtle, like that. Once I'm done, because I'm aware of the time, but there's lots of different things you can do. You can add different shapes and stuff in there if you want. If you want to put boxes around that and overlays, You could change the color of these and make it sort of a kind of transparent color to give you different feels depending on what you're doing, if you want to catch the eye. But obviously, if you've got some context to what you want to do, you'll have a better idea of how you could use this. But once you've done your poster, give it a name. And you can just go to File and Download, which my eyes are receiving me. There we are. And now I've got different options you can see on there. If I wanted to share it with somebody on PowerPoint, then I could just download it as a PowerPoint. But today I'm talking about either a PDF or JPEG or a PNG, because these are universal document formats. They are very versatile. There's something you can send to anybody and they'll be able to open it no matter what device they're using, which again is what we were all about, inclusion. So if you were doing something that you want to send to a client or a patient, definitely put it on a format that they can readily open. But yeah, you can just click that and it'll just start and it'll just download, and it's just popped into my bar there, and I can just click on that and it'll show me, and that's my PDF. All done. Super simple, super quick, super easy, and all with free stuff. And I welcome any questions on that. And again, apologies, I know it was quick, but I'm aware of the time. I just wanted to highlight something in Adobe Express, because you may have noticed, yes, it's great for doing all these posters, Instagram posts or Facebook posts, or even that video. But it actually has quite a few neat little tools that you may have noticed. So here we can remove backgrounds from images, resize images, convert things to GIFs, or convert different video formats. Could be really useful for you. Trim and crop videos, merge videos together, convert to GIF. I mean, who doesn't like a GIF? If you want to send it on a text or put it in the chat, maybe we'll do that later. Convert PDFs and different documents. But yeah, just to show you the power of this, because it uses Adobe's powerful algorithms and AI. So this is going to remove a background. So you may have taken a photograph of somebody and you want to use that as a poster, and you want to remove the noise from the background. So I've just dragged this in. You can see it's got quite a noisy background. It's got that mesh fence, and it's hopefully going to pick up, he says, the subject of the image, of the photo, remove that background and give me just what I want to see, which is the lovely lady there that I've just downloaded from Pexels. Now, it is taking a while. So in Blue Peter fashion, here's one I did earlier where I did actually work. And yeah, there you go. So it could be that, you know, it's a completely different poster altogether then, isn't it? But there you go. I just wanted to show how powerful that actually is. This is still doing it. It's obviously doesn't know that we're on a time frame today. But yeah, oh, there we go. We've failed on this occasion. Thank you very much. But it did work before, because you've just seen.
I'll cut it out in post, Al. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, cut that. We'll do an edit. Yeah. Great. Okay, so that was Google Slides in a super fast fashion. Hopefully,
it really is. It's our go-to for everything, really. You know, all our we use it to as like a whiteboard for activities when we're collaboratively sharing stuff with teams and groups. We'll all have access to something. We'll be chucking notes in, images. Like Alex said, in terms of publishing, brilliant. With it being Google, then you've got access to all the other Google apps for within that suite. So Google Docs, Sheets, etc. But it's all stored on the cloud. So we have all our digital champion resources are there. Everything that's linked to the website that you're accessing is from Slides. It really is so incredibly versatile. Love it. But yeah, any questions? Somebody's asked a question about the chat. So yeah, again, with your permission, I can, as part of recording this, it exports the chat automatically. So we can just share that with the group as well. Sophie, you've got your hand up.
Hi, I'm just thinking that we've got me and Christine run some groups, and we've got our own pictures and videos. Is there a way that we could sort of put them together in Adobe, or is that possible?
Both. Yeah, both. You can bring your own photos in. Obviously, there's no royalty issues there because they're your pictures.
Yeah.
Of course, we're assuming you've done all the right processes in terms of GDPR, so that your pictures, and you would import one the same way that I went to that section and just had a look at the free ones. There's an option there to just import your own picture. Same for video. And then in terms of slides, it's exactly the same. What Alex did there by bringing in that that photo, and then ultimately that one from Pexels, you could do with your own pictures. It's either drag and drop or accessing where to find the photos and do it that way.
Fab. Thank you. And is there a time limit on how, obviously not hours and hours, but is it like 30 seconds or a minute? Or is there no sort of...
For the video on Adobe Spark?
Yeah.
So I think the cutoff is 5 minutes a slide. I'll have to check. But if you think about, well, the way we found it works best is literally if they're no more than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's literally like, hey, I'm Ben from Wavemaker. Next slide. And we're about empowering people through digital, whatever. I'm here to talk about this. And it's very snappy and fresh. When we've worked with some kids and they've gone, hi, my name's Paul, and I love films and Dungeons and Dragons, and I do this and this and this. And it's drawn out. And we're saying to them, look, be succinct. Yeah.
We're just thinking as well for like promotional videos as well.
Perfect.
Is that a good idea to use them for that as well?
Straight away, at the end, you'll have a very tiny thing that'll say Adobe Express, like a little watermark, and you get one free one, if that makes sense, without the watermark. So you could export a video and do that. If you don't mind that on, I think it's a sign that you're using professional software, so it's no problem. But yeah, the music's royalty free, so you can share it wherever you want. You're not going to get into trouble. The same with the icons and everything else.
Oh, that's fab. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And just before we go to Christine, if the watermark was an issue, you can always just subscribe for 1 month. There isn't a minimum term that you have to subscribe. So you can do all your content, create your videos in free mode, spend your time, and then maybe just subscribe $9.99 1 month, download everything with no watermark, and then cancel your subscription if it was an issue. But like Ben says, it's not frowned upon. It's it's nice to see where it's been created. It's absolutely fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Christine.
Oh, need to unmute, buddy. Hang on.
There you go.
There we go.
Can you hear me now? Thanks.
Yeah.
Because we're sort of being bombarded with loads of different requests when we granted as digital champions, people are presented with things we've not come across before. We found this really helpful, and also being able to join the groups and that you set up, and support mechanisms. Are they going to be around? Because with this being the last one of the training, are they going to be around for us to still keep coming to you and asking for help, or raising our inquiries and things like that? Or are they time limited, or?
So we aren't ones to run away. So no, we're always going to be here. Technically speaking, the project runs until the 30th of September. So there's a few months on it yet anyway for that support to continue, and we want to continue to contribute to the group. So like Ben says, we are going to find these different links, share different resources that we feel is appropriate. So that's the kind of our game plan, our legacy to follow on from this for the remaining months. But even after that, the WhatsApp group is now set up, and you guys are all in it. You will, hopefully, we'd love to see you continue to communicate with each other. Like we noticed, Sophie shared a great resource today from the libraries. So we'd love to see more of that. So that'll still keep going, and definitely do pull on your peers for support. But hopefully, looking at Ben, we're not going anywhere either. So we'll always happy to answer questions.
Any of the links that were mentioned during the session will be provided in the video link description on YouTube. Thank you.